Gentlemen, it's Mike Judy again, Coach Mike Judy on Twitter. DM me there if you have any questions. Like, follow, subscribe, whatever on YouTube. If you have comments on there, I'll try to get back to them as quickly as possible. I wanted to bring, in this video, one of our favorite exotic blitzes that we do, exotic stunts. The reason it's an exotic for us, it's probably not really that exotic, but we call it an exotic and teach it as an exotic because it doesn't necessarily fit the rules that we play our system of defense by. In essence, we typically incorporate what's called a peel rule by our outside blitzer. A peel rule means that if a back crosses our face, okay, and I'm the outside most blitzer, I'm going to peel off of the blitz and go play him. In these exotics, we don't do that. Okay, we're going to account for that back swinging out of the backfield with somebody else. We want the outside edge blitzer to actually continue on his path of the blitz in this case. So for us, we teach it as an exotic. It might actually not be that exotic for you. Here's the setup. Okay, we're an odd front. We kick our down lineman into a bear. This doesn't have to be a bear. Like, you could have your inside backer be the 3 technique and keep your end in a jet 5. You can do it any way you want. I want you to think in terms of less like positions and more about people, who your personnel is. The reason we wanted to do this is because our Mike backer in our system doesn't blitz a lot. We tend not to blitz a lot because we like him to be part of our palms coverage, which we often find ourselves playing. So to spice things up for him and to have a little fun, and also to tap into his skill set, we like to bring him on this one, okay? So he's going to be aligned in a 5. The other inside backer is going to be aligned in a 5. And then to the running back side, we're going to actually have that inside or that outside backer, which in this case is the jack, is going to be set as a kind of an overload type of look there, all right? Here's what we want to happen. We're running this play because we know that they're going to be a half slide team. Which type of half slide and how they are they big dueling, double fanning? Are they big on big? Are they double read with the back? Are they single read with the guard on a heavy and a back? However they handle it, what we want to happen is we want that back to be over here. We want that back to be locked into the overload side. Okay, we want the man side of their slide to be locked in to the overload. Okay, so it's 3 guys to their 3. That's what we want. All this stuff over here, how they handle it, whatever, we're going to create one-on-ones anyway. All right, so the basic movement pattern of this, again, we call it Texas, is we're going to bring the Mike backer, okay, or the backer to that side. The 5 technique is going to be coming hard off the edge. He's a framer. He's trying not to we got to be very careful about trying to slip under any set because we don't want to allow a flush out of the pocket there, okay? We want to frame it up and keep them in the pocket. I'll just tell you why in a second. Defensive end or the B-gap players are going to be hard rushers up the field there, okay? Trying to get the guards. We're not trying to attack the guard and compress them down. We're trying to get them up the field with speed because we also want to create problems and open gaps here for the nose. The nose is going to be working away from the overload, okay? Away from the overload, very important. Whichever side the overload is on, we want to work away from it, okay? Both of those A-gaps are going to be open, so it's really just for us, it's a Louis or Richie call. All right, it could be a red-blue call, plus minus for you, whatever. The jack is going to end up doing the same thing. The boundary outside backer in our scenario is going to end up being the 5 technique rusher in this look, all right? As the cadence is going on, first of all, when we get a call for Texas, we need to get aligned to it right away. We need to show them the overload. We want to show them the picture we want them to see. As the cadence is going on, the calls are going on, we're going to float this kid, roll this little backer, whoever that other backer is, we're going to roll him back to a 5-1 box. Okay? He doesn't have to be at super depth. This is where it's an exotic for us. This kid is going to be, he has 2 jobs. If the back steps up into a pass blocking scenario, whether it's up inside or off the edge, he's going to add on late. Okay, that will is going to add on late. If that back releases, okay, then he is responsible, okay, to cover it. All right. And obviously, if it's run game, okay, if it's run game, now we have a scraper. Okay, now we have a scraper. All right. So he has a very important job. Okay. And it's got to be a kid who's heady. It's got to be a kid who's heady. He's got to be able to see what's going on and make the right movement. All right. Now, this is why we love this. Okay. What are you doing pre-snap? What's the offense doing here? Is they see three guys that we got to pick up with three. So if we can get them to set the running back to that side and just pick it up, man, you're going to get the guard setting on the 3, the 5 setting on the will, and in this back trying to set on the kid off the edge. All right. So if we can roll this will back late enough, okay, if we can roll them back late enough, now we force them to have to communicate between the tackle and the running back. Is the tackle going to fan out to that jack and we're going to step the running back up inside, which would be the way they probably want to do it. But we want to force them to try to communicate here so that when that kid does step up, now we've created 3 one-on-ones there, okay? And the one-on-one that he's going to get is going to be a collision in here in A gap, pretty much at the quarterback's feet. The other thing that we like here is that by getting hard up the field with the 3 techniques, you are going to get guards opening shoulders. Okay, no matter how hard they try to stay square, there's going to be a gaining of width. That A gap is going to get wider and wider. And it's going to give our nose and our will more room to work. So at the end of the day, what you are essentially getting is out of this odd front, it ends up being a same movement pattern as a 4-down double A gap mug blitz. But we're doing it with a twist. All right, doing it with a twist. Guys, thanks for watching today. Again, if you have any questions, reach out. Subscribe, comment, like, all that stuff. Can't wait to make the next video. I'll talk to you later.